This is the end goal, a horse that's learned how to handle fear without moving a foot until he's asked. Now, for this to make sense, you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end because it's a little different. I don't even use the term desensitizing anymore because I don't think it describes what I'm trying to teach. My goal isn't to teach this horse to accept a flag. My goal is to teach him how to handle fear when the environment gets electric. The first thing I always talk about is balance and boundaries. I need enough pressure from that flag to read the horse, but at the same time, he has to respect the boundary of that halter shank. If he doesn't respect the boundary, I have no business throwing a leg over him and riding him. In the round pen or an indoor arena, you can protect the environment to some extent, but sooner or later, you're going to have to leave that controlled environment, and that's when most problems show up. A horse that becomes a little resentful because the communication isn't clear doesn't need much environmental pressure before he wants to leave. So instead of protecting the horse from pressure, I want to teach him how to stay connected when the environment becomes electric. That's why I intentionally bring the environment up while teaching him that his first answer is to stay within the boundary of that halter shank. Later, that same lesson transfers to the bridle. If I'm leading him, I don't want him pulling away from me. If I'm riding him, I don't want him bolting for home when something startles him. These lessons require skill, which is why you want to learn them in a safe place where you can control the pressure. If you go back and watch the beginning of this lesson, you'll notice I surprised him with that flag. I had it hidden on the fence so I could introduce real pressure under controlled conditions. The moment he found the end of the halter shank, I was checking one lesson first. Does he understand restraint pressure? If he hasn't learned to yield to restraint pressure, this lesson is going to fall apart. A lot of horses are taught by gradually bringing the flag closer until they're comfortable with that one flag. But that's not the lesson. The lesson is teaching the horse how to handle fear when the environment becomes electric. Now remember, this horse isn't dull. He's a very well-bred, extremely smart, keen, and world-class performance prospect. I don't want to take away those qualities. They're exactly what make him special. I'm not trying to dull his sensitivity. I'm teaching him that when something surprises him, his first answer is to stay in the conversation instead of reacting to the environment. And that's why we started this video with the end result. The goal isn't for the horse to ignore the flag. The goal is that when the environment gets electric, he doesn't move a foot until I ask him. That's the horse I'm trying to build. If you enjoyed this lesson and you'd like to learn more, I've put together a free leadership guide that explains the 7 ways horses challenge leadership and what to do about each one. The link is in the description below. Enjoy the journey and have a blessed day.